coming to get a service done, then you should literally be tipping the stylist. And then my thing is like, we are your hairstylists. We're the person who makes sure that your hair is not falling out.
That's
we make
right.
sure that your hair looks good. We do all these things, and that when the service is up, you only want to pay if it's $95. Oh, what's the total? You want to give it $95.
Yeah,
like,
and then you be waiting on the $5.
Yeah.
Around other people, because like when people get out my chair and walk out, I'm like, huh. How many more minutes I got to the next person come? So it's like, okay, I'm listening to people's problems every day. I have to.
Right.
This person leave and then close the door like, ugh.
Do you think it's a little hard for us as stylists to budget money?
It's a mental thing. 5 clients a day, each one of them at $100. After each client, my sacrifice is $20 from each client, and I'm putting it up in savings. Another one, bringing your own hair color. I don't like that.
Or bring your own hair products at period.
I had somebody say they was gonna bring their own hair dryer and flat iron. I was like, oh, okay, you might want to do your own hair.
You might as well.
So it's the catagen season. It's the adagen season. So in adagen season, your hair is gonna grow a little bit more. You just in your season of growth.
Hello,
That's
girl.
all.
That was a message
That's
right there.
all. You
Diamond.
just in your season of growth. Stop giving that lady credit.
Girl.
And give me the credit.
Oh.
You need to tip me, but you up here talking about man rude. You rich.
Oh my God! Why would they do this to me?
I'm not going to go back and forth with the attitude.
Why are you still using it? It's weird.
When my hair ain't done, I don't even go on social media because I don't feel like getting judged and talked about.
Why you keep attracting certain people? Because that's what's in you.
Yeah.
Saying if he want to fight me, I ain't gonna handle that.
Welcome to the ladies' room, guys. We are back here, and this time I'm just gonna let y'all know it is given very unfiltered. As you can see, I have no questions on my cue cards. Normally I have questions together, but this gets her. She is like amazing. She is one of my good time gal pals. Like we go way, 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 way back. Like we literally go to the cutting room floor. We went to hair school together. This wonderful individual, like, literally taught me how to do hair. She was one of the girls that was like, itch, like, like, itch, like, you don't know how to curl no hair? I'm like, Diamond, I don't know how to curl hair. Diamond literally showed me how to do, like, everything. Like, more than enough. Like, so tonight, we're going to have something that I call spicy talk.
Okay.
And it's going to get real spicy, unfiltered. And it is time to open the doors of the ladies' room. So, Diamond, how are you?
I am great. I am doing well. How about you?
I'm doing good, Diamond. Like, it looks good, girl.
Thank
it looks
you.
real, real good.
Looks giving mom vibes.
Oh, girl, it is, honey. Oh, 60, mama, honey. So, Diamond, like, what have you been up to? Tell me, last time I saw you, we were actually in hair school. Like, that was the last time I had saw you. We was in hair school. We had just walked across the floor doing that. So what have been going on and what has been happening at Main Bar Salon?
Oh, wow. So just recently moved into a new business.
Okay,
A new location.
Okay.
I haven't been there quite a year yet. June will be a year. Straight out of school, I went into my own salon. And it was in LaGrange, Georgia. LaGrange, Georgia was good to me. I went down there and dominated the natural hairstyle, and the natural just hair business. It was like everybody who was speaking about natural hair was saying, I go to Diamond. I don't trust nobody but Diamond with my natural hair. And, just been growing and expanding. And really now it's to the point where I'm ready to get from behind the chair.
So Diamond,
I am ready. But I want to, like, open up some lofts or something and refer my clients to stylists. I'm like,
like
I'm
in the
overwhelmed.
lofts?
I'm overwhelmed now, and I'm not old, but I'm like my body feeling it.
Well,
I remember,
sister, you are getting up there in age.
I'm telling you. I remember when I first started, I can go in and I can do 10 people a day. Now I'm down to like 6.
I feel you. Yes.
After 6,
cut them off.
I can't.
I
That's
feel
right.
you. I feel you. Girl.
So now it's like, is it really beneficial like it used to be? But yeah, mama needs to sit down.
Mama need to sit down. So Diamond, let's take us back to the beginning. Where did this all start for you when it came to hair? Like, what was literally the start for you, and who inspired you to do hair?
Okay, well, so back at the beginning, I was doing my family members' hair at 1st My mom was my first client, which was the worst client because anytime somebody getting something done for free,
Hello, we already know that.
they are your worst critic.
Yeah.
And she would only put extra glue because that's when I would put quick weaves in, and now I don't do that, but do this and put the part a little deeper. And I'm like, lady, like, I know what I'm doing.
Right.
But I started doing classmates' hair. I sat up in my room in my vanity and my mom's house, and I would do flat twists with the bun in the back, snatchback ponytails.
Ooh, not a snatchback. Oh, you taking us back, honey. You taking us back.
Yes. I used to do snatchback ponytails and, all that stuff. And my mama told me, she was like, you got something and you need to, chase after it. And I was just like, I didn't want to do it. Only because of the reputation that hairstylists have. I didn't want to be associated with ghetto and loud. I thought that a good career was in a uniform, a doctor or a nurse or something like that. But then when I started making, I was working at the bank, and when I started making money at home doing hair and my checks from the bank, you couldn't compare it. I made this much money in a certain amount of hours, and I only made this much money, like $11 an hour. Like, come on now. Bank, you gotta go.
Hello. Hello, pack her up.
That's right. And so my mom, I would say that's the initial person that inspired me. And I think God knew that I wasn't going to walk away from that 9 to 5. So he kind of put me in a position where I had to quit. I had to stop working at the bank, and my husband, just growing up, I didn't have an opportunity to go to cosmetology school because I had to help out with bills. So I always had to work to make money. And so when I met my boyfriend at the time, he gave me that opportunity. He was like, why don't you just stop working at the bank, go back to school, get your cosmetology license, because that's really where your money coming from. And I said, okay, because nobody never gave me that opportunity.
Right. I'm going to take this opportunity, child.
I'll take that girl. Took them keys.
Okay. I will not be back.
I'm going on lunch. No, I'm going on dinner.
Okay. And not coming back.
That's right, yeah. And so I went ahead and did it. And it's just been like natural. It just come naturally. I don't beg for people. People just find me and they say, I heard you got growing hands. And I'm like, I don't know. I just do the regular trim, regular shampoo. I'm not doing nothing.
Just a little grease, a little oil.
That's it. That's a little massage here and there. That's my mom. I would say she was the first person to inspire me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're in hair school. You're starting hair school. You done met your little boo, a little tater bug. So your boo tells you, okay, boo, let's go. You could take over. You could go to hair school.
Yeah.
So take me back to your experience in hair school, because you already did hair, but you didn't have you didn't have license or anything. You didn't have license for it. So what was that experience like, being in hair school and like doing hair in that area?
So it was like heaven to me. Like, I was on that floor. I would challenge myself every day to do more people when we got to the floor.
Yeah.
Book wise, just sitting there and the things that I was doing wrong when I wasn't licensed and reading like the different stuff that I was doing wrong, I was like, damn, I'm surprised she still got here, So it's just like when people say, oh, you don't have to go to school, you have to go to school. You really do, because you learn the fundamentals of hair. And a lot of people don't respect our trade because they think that all we're doing is going in there like coloring books. No, we are studying hair and scalp and everything. We master cosmetologists, so everything in the beauty industry we cover. So just being in there, I just felt like, I remember the first girl I seen to get wooed out. You remember that?
Yes, I remember that.
Empire woo you out.
They'll woo you out.
Yeah. And I remember seeing that, and I got emotional. I went to the bathroom and I cried. And I said, God, I want this so much. Like, just keep me here to complete it, because I had a problem with that. I went to
Girl, that was some,
yes, I had a problem with completion, but Empire to me was like set up for people like me. It was just a couple of months and you out of there, even though it was expensive. But Atlanta Tech wasn't for me. I went there, I had to go do course classes. I'm not about to take algebra 1, 2, and 3 to do hair. I'm not gonna do that. And so it's like I said, those like trade schools, it really like it put me at beast mode, and I just haven't stopped since then. So
okay, I know back in hair school, you know, you were the girl that would literally be there. Diamond would literally get to school around like 8. Was it like 7:30? Like Diamond would literally be on the floor taking her first client at 7:30 in the morning. Me, on the other hand, I'm coming at like 8:30, 9 o'clock. I'm like, Diamond, you already done took like 3, 4 people.
Flamboyant, come in. I'm here. And I'm like, boo. We kept the school going. We really did.
We really did.
And clients would just love to be by us because we just drove off of each other. It was amazing.
It was amazing.
Yep.
So damn, okay, you're in hair school. You done completed the course. You done went through the course. Where did you see yourself going after you had got out of hair school? Was it something that you was like, I'm gonna stay in Atlanta? Because at the time, were you living? You was living here, right?
I was living in Cartersville.
Okay, okay.
Yep.
So what was your thoughts after you had got out of hair school? Was it more so I'm gonna get me a suite, or I'm gonna go to a salon?
So I was really lost. Like I remember Miss Davis asking me that kind of stuff. She was just like, what are you going to do? You should go to JCPenney. You should go here just to get some continuing education. Now I wish I would have took that advice. But I just stepped out on my own. And I was going through a lot of stuff in my relationship. I think that I was at a standstill point, and me watching my significant other excel, I kind of like was lost. I was stuck on being a mother to my children after that. And I was just like, well, I want to chase my dreams too. And so it was like, somebody got to go. So we separated. We went our separate ways. And that's when I really like got into the focus of my business. And, we came back around to each other, but it was like, to me, I wasn't able to love anyone extra until I took care of what I felt like God put me to do.
Yes.
And he was just a distraction for that moment. And I wasn't going to be focusing on that. I was going to be focusing on why he married me yet, and why this and why that, So I was like, let me go and marry this business.
Right. And then we can come back and walk and jump across the board.
It's meant.
Yeah.
And so I took some time, and that I would say I really believe that if I would have stayed connected, I don't think that it would have been what it is today. And so I never wanted to go into a salon with anyone. I'm a loner, but I'm a people person.
Right.
People don't see the exhale when they leave from because like I don't want to be around other people, because like when people get out of my chair and walk out, I'm like, how many more minutes I got to the next person come? So it's like, okay, I'm listening to people problems every day. I have to be like this all day until this person leave, and then close the door like, bitch, like, but it's just like, it's not that I don't like what I do. I'm dealing with my own stuff, their stuff, and some other stuff.
Right.
And it's just like, I can't possibly, I think, be successful with other people around me, because I still have to be like this even when they leave. So I need that woosah time. So I love my little closet on me. It's little, but I love it. I close them curtains, lock that door, and I don't open it up until the next appointment. Yeah.
I definitely feel you on that now.
Yeah.
So you got your suite, and you're doing your suite thing, and you left your boo, but y'all double back around. What's that song that Heather Hitley sang?
They say if you love someone,
and it means so much more to come back, So he came back, girl. So he came back. That song is true. Heather Hitley, we thank you for that.
That's right.
We thank you for that. So, y'all, you did that. You're doing your salon suite or whatever. Let's talk about some struggles you have had with doing a salon suite versus going to get continued education in a salon.
My struggles are at the end of the year, every year. We got to think like all that stuff fall on us. We got to do the renewals. We got to do the renewals through the state, through the city, and it's just like so much stuff. Your taxes. all of that paperwork, that is my weakness. And then like sometimes it'll get like to the due date and I'm like, oh my God. And then I gotta hurry up and do it because I don't want State Board to come see me.
Hello. I feel you on that, honey.
I don't want State Board to come see me. So that's like my weakness. And also, excuse me, I had to learn how to budget and manage money because products and stuff, I'm a product junkie. Anything that come out, I want to try it.
Yes.
And then it's just like, girl, you only got $135 and you got $60 when I walk in to get that. You don't need to be buying this sister for $200. You'll be the nigga. So it's just like managing your money, and that was a challenge at first, but now I think I just got it in the bag now. Just got to learn how to say no, and just you got to learn how to budget. Like now, I'm only working Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays.
Yes to the scheduling. We love that. We love a good schedule, a 3-day schedule.
That's it. But I have not missed a beat. I can say that I'm not, struggling or anything because those 3 days are very, very hectic because I made, like I said, those are 6 and 7s each day. And doing it like that consecutively, your body feels it.
Yes,
Sunday.
it does.
You
Yes,
got to
by
go to
Sunday.
church.
Yes, by Monday, you ready. You laying everything down.
Yes,
honey.
that's right.
Everything laying down.
That's right. And so, just those were my struggles or whatever. Just finding how to manage money on the day-to-day basis. It's fast money. Like, it's not a paycheck. You get that money in your pocket, just like your mom says, it's going to burn a hole in your pocket.
Oh, yes.
Especially when Babylon's drop a new dryer. It's
Yes,
like
yes,
stuff like
yes.
that. You're like, dang, I want to get it.
Or Amika don't got some a new product side, girl. You want to try? Yes.
Can I get some samples, a big sample? Stuff like that. That has been my weakness. And work-life balance. That's another thing. I have to schedule my schedule to a T. And me, I'm very lenient. I don't have the late charges or the late fees and stuff, whatever like that. When people come in, I accept them. But also it trickles over in my personal life where this person at 1 o'clock has to be there at 1 o'clock because I have to be walking out here at 2:15 to get my son from school in time. But you walk in here at 1:13, so that's going to push me over.
Yes.
So I got to jet to the school. But I've learned that if that person is inconveniencing you, it's okay to inconvenience them. So I say, I'll be back.
What you say now?
I'll be back. I'm going to go get my baby.
So what you do? You leave them on the dryer or something?
Let her cook. Let her cook. Let her cook.
So if you inconvenience me, I will inconvenience you.
That's right. Because my kid ain't finna be after school. You can't pay me enough. No, after school is $50 a day for a drop-in. Because he's not enrolled in it. So just for a drop-in, it's $50. I found that out the other day. I said, oh no, next person, because I had to pay it. I said, oh no, next person is going to be a $50 late fee because you're going to run into me having to go get my son. Or you can sit up under this dryer for a good 25 minutes.
Let her cook. Let her cook.
That's right.
So Diamond, okay, so you're in your suite, you're doing your clients, you haven't missed a beat. We have a 3-day schedule, which we love. We love a 3-day schedule. We're learning to budget our coins. A question about that. I have a question. Why do you think it's a little hard for us as stylists to budget money or learn how to keep the coins in a in a certain bag? Why do you think that's a little hard for us?
I think it's a mental thing. It's discipline. What I've started doing is saving little. And say, for instance, if I have 5 clients a day, each one of them at $100, after each client, my sacrifice is $20 from each client, and I'm putting it up in savings. And I'm still walking out of there with enough money, you know?
Right.
And it's just you got to come up with some type of system to like get that money out your hand. And then you still walking with most, but you just putting that little change up. Even if you start out with $10 per person, $5 per person, and you do that for 30 days, you'll change your habits. And that's what I've learned that I have where I do that daily. And then monthly, I'll take $150 out of my account and just transfer it to another account. And it's everywhere, but it's like, it's not quick access.
Right.
If I had that money on me, I'm going to spend it. If I have that money in a local bank, I'm going to spend it because I have access to, a card. But if I put it in like Navy Federal, something that I don't have the card to, I'm not gonna think about it.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. So what is one of your favorite products to use in the salon?
You know what? I have fallen in love with Manzani.
Okay. Which products by Manzani you love?
The press agent, I think it's called. Yeah.
That's the shampoo? That's like the system where they have the shampoo, the oils,
the milk, all that stuff.
Yes, I love that.
I love it. I'm talking about you put your client under the dryer for about 15 minutes with that press agent on there. That stuff is amazing. Like with some of the coarsest hair, it does amazing. Like as soon as you finish shampooing, you can feel those cuticles laying when you putting that conditioner on. It is amazing.
Oh wow. Okay. I'm gonna have to try that out.
Yeah.
I like the products, but I haven't tried the system that they have.
Oh yeah.
I haven't tried the system. I definitely haven't tried the system. Okay, so a question I have for you is, let's talk about some things when it comes to the haves and the have-nots. Okay. And those things are the things that we like for our clients to do and do not.
Okay.
So give me some of your top 3 have-nots that your client has done in 2025 to you that you're like, girl.
Okay. So first have-not was just walk in during a working day when you haven't scheduled anything and just be like, you see I'm busy. I was just seeing if you can fit me in today. And in my head, my response want to be, look around. Do you think? Do you really think I can fit you in today? I can't. And then it's like, I have to like tone that down and be like, I don't, I'm sorry. But to keep rebuttaling with me, it's like, girl, get out of here. Cause you finna catch it. Like, it's just like, I don't work like that. My schedule is like,
it goes, yeah.
Yeah, I have to, it's to the T. I have to do it like that. Have not, another one, bringing your own hair color. I don't like that.
Or bring your own hair products at period.
I had somebody say they was gonna bring their own hair dryer and flat iron. I was like, oh, okay, you might well do your own hair.
You might as well. Girl.
I mean, the stuff that it's no such, I can't stand when people be like, well, these are a certain type of, any flat iron can be damaging the way you use it.
Yes.
So it's not about what type it is. If you lay on that hair too long with any flat iron, you causing damage.
Yes.
So it's like, you just gotta learn how to move with the motions and stuff. And it's all about your products.
It is.
It's not necessarily the heat. Another thing, when I moved into my new salon, I had a client tell me that. A client said, I see she moved up the road. Honey, I ain't finna go up there and help her pay that cheap rent. I mean, it's not even that expensive rent. She should have stayed down here. I ain't finna go up there. And I'm like, literally, you are a senior citizen. And you come every other month and you pay $50. Do you really think?
$50?
Not even gas money.
It's not. It's not.
I might as well do it for free.
You might as well.
Yeah. I was like, girl, don't say that. And it's just like, when I moved into this upscale salon, I think all of my clients thought that. They thought that my prices were going to increase. And they didn't. But they also, I guess, like, just automatically assumed that they were helping me by
they're doing you a favor.
Yeah.
Or they love to say, I'll send somebody your way.
And a lot of people don't think I have a big clientele because I do my clients one-on-one. In school I was a beast. You in and out of there an hour.
Yes.
Sometimes people see people in there, sometimes they don't. And they assume like, oh, I'm gonna help this little girl. Girl, I've been doing hair for 8 years.
Hello?
I got money. I don't need no help. When people say, I got a mama spray, don't send her. Don't send her.
We don't do referrals.
But it's just like, I'm not being thankful, but at the end of the day, you have to think, I'm one person.
Right.
My book of clients, I don't know how many people I have in retention, but most of my business is retention. It's not new clients, it's retention. And then I have like probably one new client every other week. But I'm not struggling for, new clients. On one person, I know I can only do but so much. Don't keep piling people on top of me because now my loyals ain't going to be able to get in.
Right.
you know?
Hello?
So, but that's.
What about your halves? What are
I love when people, I always say no kids can come, but I love when they bring their kids and they're good. Because I have good kids that sit there and they be in the salon and I'm like, she's so good or whatever like that. I might give her a little shampoo, if I have time. But I do love when people like think about me and they say, hey, I'm here. I'm waiting outside in the hallway. I'm early. And I say, okay, just give me until your time and I open the door. I don't like those people that try to come in early when your appointment is set for a certain time. And it goes back to respect.
Yes.
It's just like you can't bombard in the doctor's office like that. You have to go at your appointed time. And that's just that. And you don't know what I'm doing in there. You know, I may be having a breakdown before you come in.
Right.
So, you know, a lot of people just, you know, disrespect that and then, or either I'm just maybe munching on something. You know, we don't never really eat like that during the day.
We don't.
And they come in, girl, go ahead and eat. I'm like, I can't because you here.
Oh, girl, I hate that. I really hate that. When they
it
be
just
like,
make my food taste nasty when they say it.
I don't even want it. I'll just go ahead and get you started, girl. Let me go ahead and get you started.
Because you really don't care. It's like you don't care because you showed up so early. Now, I don't care about, 5 minutes or so, whatever like that. But I've had people show up so early. And it's just like, do you want to see me finishing this person's hair or something? I don't know. But, just sit outside. Sit outside. I'll be with you in a minute. And I literally call them in when it's time because I have to disinfect from that person that just got up, sweep up their hair, all of that. Like, you don't want to come in. I don't want you to come in my house and it's junky.
Right,
I don't want you to come in and feel like, oh, this is nice and neat. I'm the first person here, you know? So, yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about some things that you do not want your clients to do when in 2025. Like, what are some things you don't want your clients to be doing?
Okay, I don't want them just to be walking around here using hair growth oil and hair growth products. Mary Ruth, I love her to death. Everybody else, I love y'all to death. All the celebrities that's not cosmetologists with these products on the line, I love y'all to death. But don't come to me, and you've been coming to me for years and say, oh girl, I just started taking Mary Ruth and my hair took off. No, baby, it's some trims.
Hello.
It's them treatments.
Hello.
It ain't got, like, Mary Ruth ain't just finna grow your hair and you got split ends. It's not happening. And
that's one thing I really like. Some clients sometimes gets on my nerves when they be like, I've been taking biotin and my hair just starting to grow. Girl, no biotin.
That's right.
It's a acting agent, but it's not the agent. Exactly. Like, girl, let's don't do that.
That's
don't
it.
do that.
Exactly.
Don't do that.
And it's kind of disrespect to us because, we've been in school. So we know it's the catagen season. It's the adagen season. So in adagen season, your hair is going to grow a little bit more. You just in your season of growth.
Hello. Ooh, girl, that was a message right there.
You just in your season of growth. Stop giving that lady credit.
Girl.
And give me the credit. You need to tip me, but you up here talking about Mary Ruth, rich. Girl.
Oh, girl, and that's another thing we got to talk about, tipping. Because I feel like if you're coming to get a service done, then you should literally be tipping the stylist. And then my thing is, like, we are your hairstylists. We're the person who makes sure that your hair is not falling out.
That's
we make
right.
sure that your hair looks good. We do all these things, and that when the service is up, you only want to pay if it's $95. Oh, what's the total? You want to give it $95.
Yeah,
like,
and then
girl,
you be waiting on the $5.
Yes, like, girl, what? I don't like that.
I don't like that. And I can't say, who's on a budget and who's not. But when we go to these Koreans and stuff and we get our nails and our toes done, they get tips all the time.
Yes, they do.
And you paying way more for your nails and your feet.
Yes.
I mean, you get like $145. You walking out there with maybe even more than that. But y'all are tipping them, but you're not doing that for your community, and that's messed up. It's like, wow, like I sat up here and really just went strand by strand to your, part by part, section by section for your hair, shampooed it, conditioned it, did everything. We work way harder than them, and we don't even be appreciated at the end for most people. For some people, I'm not say most, but for some people, I have some people that really do tip really well and tip every time. But it's just like it's almost mandatory in other industries, but not for us.
That's true. That is so true. Because sometimes I be like, girl, like I don't did all this, and you literally. Girl, but you'll go eat, you'll go to this spot, you'll go to that spot, and you'll just give the money freely. But when it comes to us, you literally have to be like almost, girl, you want to leave something on the cash
That's
app?
right.
Or here's my cash
and
app.
not knowing what these people be on to your food or nothing in the bag. But you sitting right here, you seeing what I'm doing in your hair, the products that I'm using, ain't no Dollar Tree stuff in here. Like, girl, okay. Yes. But it's like I don't get offended by it no more, and I don't lack on service because I don't get tips or whatever. I just be like, that's just you. That shows who you are, your character. Yeah.
I got a question for you. How do you feel about celebrities coming in on our wrestling ring, wrestling with the world of hair, then doing we're gonna say a SmackDown showdown on the mat, taking the coins, getting out the ring, and literally saying, "I am the WWE champion," and everybody goes and praise this certain individual. Look up to them, go buy the stuff off the shelves. It's out of stock now.
Yeah.
It's the website crashed. All this stuff. How do you feel about stuff like that?
I feel like when I see that, I feel like, girl, keep singing. Because at the end of the day, it's just like these celebrities that come in and they try to dominate in something that we haven't even really seen you wear your real hair. So what makes you feel like I would trust your product? And I haven't even seen results of your real hair. Like, you only started showing us your hair when you started making this product.
Right.
Other than that, we ain't seen you in nothing but wigs and everything else. Now, if they are collaborating with somebody in this industry, that's fine. But when celebrities come in and just try to, I made this, I made that, or whatever like that, your chemist sit at the table with you and they put that together. But you want to put your name on it, and that's fine. But everybody knows that this is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and they want to be a part of it. If you don't make it nowhere, you can make it in hair. Yes. And I tell people that all the time, like, people like, I want to do hair, but I don't do hair like you. Don't try to be like me. Be like yourself. They gonna gravitate towards you, the people that's like you. I'm not the best, but the people that come to me, they just like me, my personality, the way I handle business, and everything else. But I always tell people, just be yourself. But yeah, I don't like that. I don't like just all these different places that I get samples from. It'll be too scented. It's just like,
it's a little watered down, a little water based.
And I'm like, I'm not about to put this on my client head and they break out, because it's like perfume on their hair. Like, stay in the perfume business, stay in the lingerie business, and keep taking me off.
All right.
What else you say? Stay in those industries, but I think, like, when you cross over to the hair industry, if you have not been a cosmetologist or haven't gone to school, stay out of it. This is our industry. We have been doing your hair for years. You barely stand. I ain't never seen no celebrity without a glam squad.
Me neither.
So yeah. Stay in your lane.
And then the celebrities that have these products, like you said earlier, we do not see their hair. Like, I can only recall one celebrity that I think, two lines that I think that I've seen the celebrity hair once. 3 lines.
I think Kenya Moore. I see her hair.
Kenya Moore, yes.
Kenya Moore has, and she has pretty hair.
Yes,
so
she does.
I would, okay, yeah.
And then Rihanna, no, Taraji P.
Okay.
Taraji P. I saw her hair when she did the shade and the thing up there.
Okay.
And then who else? Beyonce.
Yeah.
Beyonce.
Yeah, Beyonce, she shows her hair a lot.
Yes. But for the other ones, it's like, I don't understand and I don't get why you're doing this. I don't get it. Yeah. I really don't get it.
It's just because it's a $1 billion industry and they know every woman wants long, luxurious hair. And the fact of it is just that you can sell it and say it's going to grow your hair. But the real fact behind it is that if you're not in a stylist chair, your hair ain't going nowhere.
That is true.
It's not.
That is true. Yeah. That is so true.
It's not.
So what is your take on the thing? Okay, what is your take on Mielle? This whole thing about the hair loss and the products, and how do you also feel about people? Let's say for us, by us, people who make a brand off of doing hair, and then they sell it to major like manufacturing companies.
Right.
How do you feel about that?
I feel like, okay, so we live in a monkey see, monkey do
that is true.
generation. One person noticed that their hair falling out. It just take one person to spread rumors, and it just turned bad. I'm not even gonna lie. My stuff, I don't even have products like that at home because I don't want nobody to come to my house asking me, can I do that hair? The stuff that I use at home is Mielle, and I would do what is it? As I Am.
Okay.
And I'll shampoo my hair. And then, like, if I'm going to straighten it, I'll use straight request.
We love straight request.
Yeah, straight
Yes.
request. So those are only 3 bottles that I have at home. Yeah, and they haven't shed my hair and made it come out. I got the rosemary stuff or whatever like that. But I did purchase it a long time ago. I just still have it.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't had those results. But like I said, everybody is clout chasing.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody want fame. If it's for likes, oh yeah, let me get on this bandwagon because if I say it, I'm gonna get about 30K and people gonna be coming to look on my. It's clickbait. That's what it is. And so I do hate when people do that. They sell their products to larger corporations. I don't like that. And the reason why is because they are gonna come up with a way to water down that product and give it to the consumer, or whatever.
Right.
And it's unfortunate, but mostly all black hair products have done that. They have watered down and they sold for that number, and we just need to stop doing that because it takes so long for us to even be recognized. We be in this kitchen for years making this stuff by our hand, really being in debt doing it, but you selling it to a larger corporation or whoever, and they're taking the money and they are not putting as much as you put in there. You just one person, you know?
Right.
And they just trying to stretch it to make it better. But no, I would, if I came out with a product, you couldn't pay me enough.
Me neither.
You couldn't pay me enough. I'm keeping my wealth.
Yes. Because I really feel like if you really want to build wealth, you can't give it away. You can't give it away. You can give pieces of the pie.
We've been doing it for years.
Yes, you can get a piece of the pie, but you can't get a whole pie away now.
That's right.
That is one thing I really like. That's one thing I really believe like, and that's one thing I really kind of be like a little sticky about. Like, why would you make something so long, like you said, be in these kitchens doing all this, then to eventually sell it?
Yeah.
But a lot of times people, a lot of times I've realized that some people, they get in this industry just for
the money.
That's
it.
You know?
Yep.
Which is nothing wrong with that.
It's
nothing wrong with that.
It's nothing, but sometimes, like, you know, the ones that's in it for the passion, that's why we look at it like, wow, like, you know, you were good. Like, you didn't have to do that, you know, and it would have been supported more. And we like to support each other, you know, some of us.
Right.
But it's just like when it goes on to like, I like even now, I see they're selling like to a lot of people. I don't know if Design have yet, but I just noticed like whenever they change bottles, I get nervous. I'm like,
oh yes, because when they changed that peppermint shampoo,
they did.
Yes, like why is it that color now?
I don't know. It's like a milky color.
Yes, I don't like that either.
Yeah, they change the ingredients and stuff, and I understand, you know, upgrades, but I just get nervous. Like, oh my God, is this gonna work the same? You know?
Yeah.
So it's just life. We've been doing it forever. We just won't. Fame instead of wealth, you know?
Yes, that's true. That is so true.
Yeah.
So a question I have for you is why in the salon, I know what I want to say. We've all had a who gonna check me moment. Diamond, give me your most girl, this girl is about to get it moment in the salon. And how did that go?
So I finished a client hair, and she was young at the time. And I loved her to death. I just had to let her go. She, you know, just brought too much energy to the salon. But when I finished her hair, she said, I like my part like this, grabbed my comb off my station, and she parted her own hair instead of telling me, hey, this is how I want my hair. But I told her about it or whatever like that, and I continued to do her hair. But as I continued to do her hair more and more, she became, I guess, like, I can play with her, you know what I'm saying? So I was just like, hey, I'm gonna have to stop doing your hair. You know, it's just, I just can't deal with it. It's getting to the level of disrespect. I understand we have this relationship.
Where we could play, oh God,
yeah.
Yes. Oh.
We got this relationship where we can, you know, talk to each other, but it's getting a little bit too much, you know? Yeah, it can't be every time. I don't wanna play with you every time. Don't bring the Legos every time. Like, bring a book and pencil.
Okay. and just sit here. Okay.
So it's just like, you know, and it's not, you know, just a split personality or anything like that. It's just that you got to know when to cut it on and when to cut it off. Like, I mean, I especially when other people in there, you know, I gotta be professional for these people. I don't want to make them uncomfortable. You ain't finna run my money out the door.
Right.
Like, you know, so yeah, that was like a one-time thing when she, you know, kind of, I feel like that was disrespect to pick up my comb. Like, this is my space.
Right,
your space is right here.
In the chair. The
That's
chair.
it.
Yes.
You shouldn't be reaching for anything but your cake.
Exactly.
That's
Or
it.
ask me where's the bathroom.
Phone. That's right.
That's the only thing you need to be asking
That's
and doing.
right.
Yes.
That's right. So yeah, that was that was a who gonna check me moment.
Who you gonna check me
Yeah.
moment? Okay. Give me three of your favorite styles to do in the salon.
Okay. So one of them is crazy. I love to do coils.
Okay.
I love hot tools, but sometimes like my carpeternal, it's like I love when people be on book something natural because I'm like, I ain't gotta pick that up, you know? The only thing I don't like about it is I hate stuff on my hands, like gel and gunk and stuff. So I could do one a day. I love doing that. Silk press. I love to do silk press and I love to do cuts.
Okay.
I like when a person sit in my chair and they say, do what you want to do.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, yes.
Girl, we'll drink to do what you want to do, honey.
Porn.
That is. Oh.
When they say do what you want to do, it's like,
Hello?
oh, okay, so I'm going to cut it.
Okay.
So I get to get all these dead ends off. And I just love to see the growth after that. When you let that go and you let that professional do what that professional is with the school to do.
Right.
It's a beautiful outcome.
It is.
And so people, I love that. I love when they just say sit in the chair and do what you want to do. And you know, I ain't scared of a trim. You not?
Okay. Hello. We finna get you right,
We finna
honey.
get you a pixie.
Okay. You finna get so many layers in this here, honey.
That's right.
Choppy.
Right. I'm talking about, and then you can take your time and that person ain't looking and nervous.
Are they
about
doing
that.
this with the phone? This is one thing, a pet peeve is this. When they got their phone and the phone screen is blank and they literally
looking through their black phone.
through the black phone. Or they pretend like they sleep like this, but they looking down.
Yep.
Oh, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Now, I have some sleepers that come to my shop because a lot of people be getting off work. And so I open up pretty early. Not real early.
Do you still do 7?
No, and it's crazy. The girl who I went to today, she does 5:30. She started at 5:30 and she said she cut off her 5:30 in the afternoon. She said she only work up to 3. I said, girl, if I came in at 5:30, I would be off at 1.
Yes, I would be off at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, my
12
last
o'clock, I'm done.
Oh my gosh.
I'm done at 12.
Yep. And she worked Monday through like she don't have no off days.
So Monday to Monday.
She was here today. I couldn't find nobody to do my hair today. She was there today, and she said she worked yesterday too. I was like, wow.
At 5:30. Them some goats.
They
Whoever
are.
get up
And
at...
she's been doing hair for a long time too.
That's how I used to feel about you. I'm like, damn, you'll go. If you can get up at 6 and 7 o'clock in the morning to do some hair,
That was when I had to, my kids were smaller and they had to be at school at that time. So I was already up. I said, let me go ahead and go to work. But now, set your alarm. They get up by themselves. They grown.
They grown. You got grown men go.
Right. Set your alarm. You better get up.
So what time do you start now?
9:30.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
That's
so
good.
9:30 to 2:30, 3:30.
3:30. So you do Thursday, Friday, Saturdays, those days.
Yep, except for Saturday. Now Saturday I come in and limb.
You come in late.
Yeah.
And what time you get off on Saturday?
5.
Okay, that's good.
11 to
That's
5.
good. That is real good.
Yeah.
So, for a press, how much would a press run you at Main Bar Salon?
For a silk press, $100.
$100.
Yep.
Okay. So what does all that entails at Main Bar?
Okay,
Give me a
that's
Main Bar
crazy.
experience. Give me the Main Bar experience.
A lot of people ask me that. I don't do the hydration treatment. To me, I'm an old school stylist. Hydration now, I think is just all for show. I don't feel like it's really helping the whole head. Unless you have that head covered at the bowl. I'm putting a cap on you with your conditioner. You get up on that dryer. Like Lindsay. like Miss Lindsay did.
Like Miss Lindsay did. It still works.
That's right.
It still
That's
works.
right. That's why I said you're getting the hydration right there. But I did at one point because it was trendy. And then I was just like, I really wasn't seeing what my product was sticking to that cuticle like that. And I was just like, okay, I don't like this. And so I threw away the thing before I moved and I went back to old school. So yeah, my silk press, it does include shampoo, conditioning, deep conditioning. Then what else is included? Trims and a hard press or whatever. And that's the difference between my blowouts and my and the products that I use.
I know as a stylist, but for the roomies that's watching, what is the difference between a silk press and your blowout? What is the difference between that?
Mine is the products that I use because when I'm doing blowouts, I use Amika. I like Amika, but I don't love Amika.
You don't love her?
I don't love her. And to me, yes, it does get the hair straight, but not straight as Manzani or whatever. So Manzani is my silk press.
That's your silk press system.
That's my silk press system.
Okay.
And so that also goes along with that hard press. And so my my blowout system is the Amika, but it goes with that soft press. I'm not finna work as hard pulling that hair through or whatever. So yeah, it's like, hey, you can get this blow dryer gonna blow it dry. But baby, if you want your hair silky, you gonna have to go on and upcharge because it's $80. It's $20 difference.
Right. So you might as well just go ahead and get the press.
Might as well go ahead and get it.
Might as well go get the press.
Yep. And I have something called the Ultimate. And
now what's that?
The Ultimate is like a cocktail that I include in the hair. And also that is I use a silk press system, and that is keratin complex. Okay. So it's the Express keratin complex. I use that. I like the Express one because I don't have to rinse it back out. So
I think who's that by?
Keratin complex.
Keratin complex.
But I can't think of. I'm trying to think of. Yeah, it's another name that's on there, but I can't think of what's right. But yeah, it's keratin complex, and I like it. It comes with the clarifying shampoo, and then you brush the section by section stuff on there, and after that you blow it dry. It's kind of like the STS
system. The system that we used to use in school. Yes.
Like the STS system by design. And hey, it worked. And the only thing I like is that it don't leave a film on your hair like the STS system. It does. It leave a flaky kind of feel to it. But I like that. And the only reason why that is $200 is because I have to go in and I have to brush that stuff in, like all your hair. It's not like I'm spraying it on there. I have to literally, like I'm putting color on your hair and putting it through there. And that system itself is $400. So yeah, $200. Like that's a lot. Yeah.
You darn gonna pay.
Yeah, it's $200 just for the little bottles. And that's all I have is the little bottles. A lot of people don't book that. But the people that do, they love it. And it also goes in and it alters their curl pattern to make it more manageable too. It's real good.
That's good. So, Diamond, I have a question for you. Let's talk about love. We love the fact that, we love hair. Yeah. But a little birdie told me that your husband is actually a Nigerian prince.
He is.
So, girl, you're African. So you're a whole Nigerian princess out here in the Georgia streets.
Yeah.
So, girl, the little roomies came up in my ear and they said, she married to Mr. Coming to America Part 2.0. I said,
they stop lying.
So, how is that? Like, I know from watching Real Housewives of Atlanta when Portia married, Simon.
Right.
There's like a what do they call that? It's not a culture shock, but what is that word? When what is the word I'm looking for? When your world is one world and my world is
it's like a culture shock.
A culture shock.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a culture shock. It's crazy you asked me that because I was just talking about this earlier. With most Nigerian men, I think that, everybody have their own perspective of them. My husband's not controlling. He's very loving. He is actually the calm in my life. I'm the...
Right. Yeah.
So he calms me, And so I had to learn that when you're dealing with a guy that is Nigerian, that's successful, how you just gotta... Your maturity has to be a certain way, and you have to be submissive. You really don't find a lot of black submissive women like that.
That's true.
And it's just like I had to kind of humble myself a lot. And he's very driven. I let him drive. Go ahead, do what you got. Hey, you got this meeting? Okay, cool. I'll go get the kids. That's fine. That's why the sacrifice came with Thursday, Friday, Saturday. because the more he goes up, the more I have to tweak my life to accommodate with the kids. And people may say, oh, that's controlling because you got dreams and aspirations too. Yes, that's true, but that's the man. That's the leader of the house. So
Right.
I have to be submissive and I have to work around him right now. And I have enough faith that, hey, this is not going to last always. One day I'm going to be able to, dive in and do what I want to do. But for right now, he's already there. Why would I stop him? You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and a lot of people always have, so much to say about that. And I guess because they haven't had a dude of that bracket yet.
Right.
You stick with the boy that rolls dough for, church's chicken. So I'm just, so it's just like, you can't, I mean, that's not bad. I mean, I don't.
That's your story. You just telling your story.
Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, long as he respect me. I've been in relationships with dudes have beat me, called me all kind of names and everything. And so, like, when I look at, just a little submission, that's nothing. You get what I'm saying?
I totally agree.
This man has never cursed at me.
I totally
He's
agree.
never put his hand on me or anything. So why would... And I had to change my ways because coming from that type of environment, I came in like that. Hard,
Yes, I feel you.
on
I
the
feel
defense
you. Yes,
mode.
yes.
Any little thing he say, what you talking about? That he's like, girl, like, what's wrong with you? And so I just had to learn, like, this is not the same man that you dealt with years ago. This is a whole new person. And so just be nice to him. Damn. That's it. So that's what I do, and it was a culture shock at first, especially men and Nigerian men, their parents want them to marry Nigerian.
Oh,
And so it's almost
really?
Yeah. They feel like they know the culture.
Like a Nigerian woman will already know her. Okay,
She will already know, like, the aesthetics of Yoruba.
Yeah.
And I had to learn that. But now his parents, I wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world. They love me to death. And I think that they, people from other countries think that American women are money hungry. And so with him being successful, that's probably what they thought, that maybe I was after his money. But I was just like, nah, I have my own money. But, I've always had my own, everything or whatever like that. He just came in, put me in a different, position. But that's what your husband's supposed to do, and that's what your wife's supposed to do. I mean, I've been an asset to his life as well as he's been the one to mine. So,
Right.
Yeah, it may not have been monetary, but yeah. But it was just a challenge at first. It took us a minute to get married. We've been together for 12 years, and we've been married for 2. So it was just, I think it was perfect timing though. And I tell people that all the time. I have some women, and I think that's my testimony when women come in, I'm tired, I'm this, I'm that. I say, well, what is his actions showing you? If his actions are showing you that you're going down that road, then that's good. But if it's not, maybe you can, step away and start dating again. What have you done to elevate yourself and stop? Because a lot of time women, we chase men and we forget about ourselves.
Yes, say that.
Yeah, you forget about yourself. And that's why I said when Main Bar came about, I had to let him go because I was chasing something at that time and I didn't need any interruptions. I was too focused on him. So once I, focused on my shop, I feel like if it would have been a relationship, it would have never came.
Okay. So when y'all went to Nigeria for your wedding.
No, we didn't go to Nigeria.
What did y'all?
We went to Bora Bora for our honeymoon.
Honeymoon. Okay.
Bora Bora.
So when y'all went, I want to talk about the wedding part. When y'all did your wedding
the wedding.
part. Okay. So how was that like? As far as like American wedding, did you do 2 weddings?
We did 2 weddings. We did.
Okay, so explain the Nigerian wedding to me. How was that?
So the Nigerian wedding, it's a lot of stuff that goes along with that. It's like the family is asking the wife family for her. And so it's kind of like an engagement. So it's not just him, it's the whole family.
So
like, please give us our bride. We they bring gifts to the family. And it's not real gifts. It's like fruit and just different stuff, whatever like that they give to the mom and dad and whoever.
So it's like you married there. So in Nigeria, in the Nigerian world, marriage, when you marry a man, you're marrying his family as well.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Okay.
His mom, she doesn't refer to me nothing but her daughter. Yeah, and she said, "This is my daughter." Like this, she don't say Diamond. She said, "This is my daughter." Don, where's my daughter? And so, also, I went through a naming ceremony as well. And so, my name is Diamond Oluwakemi Olajubutu.
Oh, so hold on.
So, yeah.
Say that again for me. I love that, Diamond. What is it?
Diamond Oluwakemi Olajubutu.
Oh, Olajubutu. What does that mean, honey?
So it's blessings from God. I know that. And Oluwakemi, I forgot. I think it's. I know Oluwa is like something to do with God. But I can't remember what Kimmy. But yeah, it was very nice. And I have been waiting on a name for a long time. Because after the wedding, I was like, y'all didn't give me my name. Y'all didn't give me my name. And so like probably like 3 months later, they came up with it. It's really like it's a thing. Like they have to sit and put those letters together and those, I guess, what is it? The prefix and the suffix of the name, and it means something together or whatever like that. So yeah, it's a thing even with my kids. Like they have to come. They come up with their name. We come up with the American name, and they come up with the rest of it. So yeah.
Oh wow.
So yeah, the wedding. They spray you with money and all that stuff. We got to keep all of the money. But our wedding was, pretty. It wasn't over the top. I would say about maybe like 30,000 maybe.
Oh wow.
But we had to pay that back. It was fine. It was fine. Yeah.
Oh wow. That's fun though. That is fun.
It was fun. It was fun. I didn't have a big wedding party because I didn't want to take people out of their budget. Those Nigerian dresses and stuff were expensive on top of American dresses. So I had my friends that was very well established to be in
to come on out. Okay. So one of my last questions for you, Diamond, is if you could tell your younger, what would you tell? Let me get the question together. What would you tell your younger self? I don't lost the train of thought. I have the question in my head. Okay, what would you tell your younger self? You're looking at I'm gonna phase it because I can't get the question. I got the question in my head, but girl, I cannot remember how to phrase it.
Okay.
I literally cannot remember how to phrase the question, which is so crazy. Because I want to know this question, Diamond.
I'm patient.
I really want to know this question. Oh my God. I cannot find it.
I do have a producer question for you, though.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So, someone coming up the way you did, right? Is there any advice you would give for them to be able to cut a corner, not go through any stress that you may have unnecessarily gone through while you were coming up?
That's a good one.
It's no cutting corners. I feel like everything that's given to you is in line with blessings. Like it's going to come to you. That's you just have to be patient. I had a very difficult life growing up. Both my parents on drugs. I never thought that I would be successful and any of that. But I had faith and I knew that I didn't want to be like what I grew up in. And so I said every day, that's what I told my cousins the other day, y'all don't know my prayers. When I would see the lights off, when I would see have no water, I would say, Lord, I don't want to live like this. And I had to speak that stuff and it was no cutting corners. I had to go through that stuff. And I don't hate that I went through it. I appreciate it because it's like, it made me who I am. Like, that's why I'm budget friendly with everything. That's why I don't never want to go back down that road. And if I do go, I know I'll be able to survive it because I have before. Yeah. So it's no cutting corners. I say take the good with the bad, learn from it. But never ever get too above yourself when you get there. Always remember where you come from. That's it.
Amen. I have found my question, y'all. I have found my question. Okay, if the old you could see the new you, what would the new you say and why?
I think that the old me would say, you did it. You did it, in spite of all of the things that you went through in life. Girl, I'm proud of you. That's what my old self would say. and I accept it. It's just like sometimes I have winner's remorse where I feel like I'm not supposed to be here. You know, I beat myself up like I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not supposed to. And God be like, I told you it was in the plans. You just had to be patient. And so that's why like I never get too above myself. Like I always, you know, I go back to schools and I talk to people who are victims of different stuff. And I pour into a lot of people, but it is, like I said, draining. But my old self, honey, I'm talking about you need to play Shot It Low Dun Dun It All.
Siri, play Shot It Low Dun Dun It All.
Because I have, and I've overcome it, and I'm here, and I'm here for a reason. Yeah.
That is so good, Dam. That is so good. Dam, it has been really fun talking to you tonight. It has really been fun. Like, for the roomies out there, Diamond and I was in hair school. So we talk on the phone a lot, but to like literally sit in person, this is almost like a hair school reunion. Girl, this is a reunion.
We need other people to be here too.
Yes. That would be so cute.
It would
did,
be like an Empire reunion.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that we should do something like that. That would be so cute. That would be so cute.
That would be.
But Dam, I just want to say I have had so much fun talking to you tonight.
Thank you.
It has been so fun, like to just sit here, talk to you, catch up with you. I know Main Bar is taking off. Yeah. We are in Noonan now. Yeah. That is good. Yeah. Like she's married.
Yes.
She's doing good. She's looking good. She's glowing. You know, she's glowing.
I'm just greasy.
Like, it's just all of that, honey.
Yeah.
You still look good. You still looking good, girl.
Thank you.
You still looking good. You still look like you was in high school, girl. Thank you for watching this episode. But don't leave yet, guys. If you want to watch this episode, click right here. If you want to watch something a little more fun, a little more off the cutting room floor, watch this episode right here. See you soon, roomies.